Welcome back to phase 2. We're now on episode 2 of the drama between Baldy and Homeless Man, right? Tectone versus Espiritu. We watched part 1, and basically my conclusion of this is that I agree everything what Tectone's saying, and I think that Espiritu also does as well. But due to the misinterpretation of the first line, the insinuation that this is applying to, I guess, not just full-time content creators, this miscommunication has caused drama, right? At the end of the day, I think both sides are literally agreeing the same shit. Espiritu just thinks that this is being applied to people who have a day job and does streaming or content creation the part-time, and basically applying that thinking, oh, it's so out of touch to say just quit if you're basically 30 plus and you're doing this, which is what I think is happening. Anyways, this one is called Tectone is trying to silence me? Oh my god, let's get it.
So I want to talk about the Tectone tweet again.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to make a second video on this.
I bet you didn't expect this video to happen either. Again, the title is crazy. Dumbest content creator just called me out, bro. Oh man, these be fighting words right now.
Will title it will probably rile some feathers up. It will definitely draw some attention in, because I'm probably going to title it in the form of Tectone is trying to silence me, which he is. In my opinion, what he says to me is trying to silence me. Now, some people won't know the full context yet, because some people have seen the last video. They've seen his comment, which is pinned, by the way, and I've got a screenshot of it.
Oh wait, he commented? What the hell? Oh! Please don't weaponize your ignorance against me. Not my fault you don't get it. Even the first 2 minutes, you've already proven that you don't get it. Invite me into your next... That's the way to do it, baby. See, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Espiritu is intentionally misinterpreting the tweet, causing drama, making Tectone respond, and then eventually hash it out on the podcast so that more collaborations and future collab can happen and both channels grow. That is what I hope is actually happening, bro. Anyways, let's get back to it.
But there's more to it. So I did DM him.
Okay.
And I'll give context to that. So,
all right.
Again, watch the previous video if you want to know my opinion on this tweet. Again, my opinion is pretty tame, honestly. It's funny because a lot of people have said to me when they knew about his DMs, they all said to me, wow, you were actually really tame and nice in your video. Like, you weren't mean, you weren't, like, you were just being honest. Like,
yeah. I think that Espiritu was he was logical, reasonable. The misinterpretation, I think, did definitely happen, but in no way was he hostile towards Tectone. Few random jabs here made, right, about the podcast, and half the crew apparently not knowing anime shit, but other than that, pretty tame, yeah.
You just said you felt he was a bit out of touch with his statement. Now, as I stated in the last video, maybe there was context missing. I was being really generous. I was being really nice, which is why this is kind of funny how he's taken it.
Oh.
I was very generous and said maybe he didn't articulate himself well, maybe there's some context missing. But again, he's had 3 opportunities to tell me that there's missing context. 1 in the tweet,
okay.
2 in the comment section of the video that I posted,
okay.
and 3 in the DMs that we had.
DMs?
Now, he's not replied to me since my last comment. I did send him the tweet and said more than happy to have a debate, talk about that, talk about anime, because I know he's trying to get into the anime community. I will show you the DMs.
Oh.
But before I get into that,
we leaking DMs right now, baby.
Again, this tweet...
You know what? No. You know what? I'm also gonna leak my DMs. I'm gonna show you that Baldy has also traumatized me. That's right. Tectone has traumatized me. Baldy literally told me on stream after I raided him, yo, hit me up. You want to collab? And I was like, bro, you already ghosted me once. Check your DMs, Baldy. And he was like, oh, you didn't. Then he opened the DM on stream. Then he was like, oh, my bad, bro. And then he said, yo, again on December 27th, 2024. If you think I'm capping, go look at the Tectone VOD channel and look for the stream that happened on this day, and you'll realize that I was there. And I said hello. And then I got ghosted a second time. nuclear drama. Baldy has traumatized me, ghosting me twice, bullying smaller creators. Oh my god, I can't believe he did this to me.
As I stated, I agreed with many aspects of it, and I disagreed with many aspects of it, which is funny, because some of his fans are now going, "You're just a hater."
I don't think Espiritu is a hater. I think what happened was a misinterpretation of this first line being applied to full-time content creator, which is not explicitly said, but implicitly mentioned. And Espiritu taking that the wrong way and thinking, oh my god, it's so unreasonable for you to assume that people can't do this shit part-time.
Literally agreed with many parts of it. They were just like, it was like, honestly, I probably disagreed with maybe less than 30%. Because I don't agree with the millionaire mindset. One, you don't have to be a millionaire to be a content creator at the age of 30. You can...
Yeah, true. But again, it's 30 plus. That could be 40, that could be 50, that could be 60. And the assumption here builds on saying, hey, if you've been doing this shit and all you've done is this and you have no money to show for it, you've basically fucked up yourself. You have no room for new education and get into the industry because of ageism that happens so much, right? That's kind of the whole point.
You can live quite comfortably with an income. I mean, for God's sake, he's friends with Chibi Reviews. Chibi Reviews is not a millionaire. And if Chibi Reviews is a millionaire, then he shouldn't be taking money for donations for lawyers' fees.
Oh my god, Chibi Reviews getting called out. Yo, Chibi Reviews, donations, legal fees, fighting the quote-unquote hood weebs on Twitter. Oh my god, this is a different bucket of drama happening.
So I just want to put that little bomb there.
Okay.
And again, so what you're implying, Tectone, is that you're a millionaire from this.
Yeah.
Because it'd be contradictory if you turn and said, no, I'm not a millionaire, and you say all this, unless you...
Yeah, I don't think it's a secret. Bro is basically the #1 gacha streamer. His YouTube channel, his Twitch stream, just look at his assets. I think it's very reasonable to assume that he is a millionaire. How much net worth does he have? Who am I to pocket check? But yeah, for sure he is. It's not that crazy.
You're admitting to your own mistakes. So either you're not a millionaire and you're kind of being a little bit contradictory and not self-aware in this tweet, or you are a millionaire, which would indicate, why do you need to clickbait and rage bait so hard then?
For the love of the game, baby. It's not about the money, man. It's for the love of the game. It's about the entertainment, man. Us streamers, YouTubers, blah, blah, blah. At a certain point, the money becomes insignificant. There's diminishing returns. What's the difference between making $400,000 a year and let's say $350,000 a year? Not much. But to some people, it's all about a different type of fulfillment. And maybe Tectone loves, doing shit like this for the love of the game. It's not for the money.
If your whole career is set and you don't need more money because you've well, maybe you do want more money, but you've clearly got money.
Yeah.
So why do you need to rage bait and clickbait so hard?
Because he can. I mean, everybody clickbaits. I think clickbait is the wrong word. I think it's more about clickability, having provocative titles and thumbnails that makes you want to click onto the video. Clickbait implies that you have straight out lied, right? The title or the thumbnail is straight up just lying about the content being, said in the video. But I think everybody, by nature, is, making clickable titles and thumbnails, and to a certain degree, baiting. I mean, what are we doing right now? We're also baiting right now.
And bully other content creators to try and push them out of the content creator sphere so that you can take the lion's share.
Oh, bullying other content creators to take the biggest piece of the pie. Is this true? I have seen him punch down on other people in the gacha community, and rightfully so, because there's some retards out there, man. Oh my god. There are so many stupid people that tries to punch up, trying to cause drama, and Tectone responds. I remember there was this one stream I was watching at work. I don't know if you guys realize this, but it's such a niche reference. But bro, there's this stream where basically he had this guy's named Souls come in, and Souls had this one line saying, as a former miner, and I fucking lost it. The stupidity that exists in the people that Tectone has beef with is unreal. But that's not, do you think that he needs the viewership from them? No, he's already killing it. He's not doing this to get more views, in my opinion. He is doing this to get more views, but he's not doing this to steal views from those other smaller creators, because that doesn't matter. He's already succeeding in his own path and has his own community. So he's not really doing this again to steal the market share from other people, but he's doing it definitely to create content and make engaging content that, you know, spreads more and gets more money and views. Yeah.
It says a lot more about your
Oh, the enviosity? Mint picker. Mint picker deserved it. I'm sorry. Bullying, bad, but there are exceptional cases like the Ratsu incident, the enviosity. Oh my god, the heart pace monitor. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. The level of victimhood, and oh, it is disgusting. Oh my god. Very petty thing. Every once in a while, I still check if enviosity has made a new video. And there has been nothing. And I look at the community post, their most recent video, and I sort by new comments. And everyone is still spamming mint picker this, mint picker that on Twitter too. It's honestly kind of sad at this point. But there is a part of me where I get a lot of like guilty pleasure from it, because like, oh, you fucking slime little blob. You try to be so little cute and innocent. You turn out to be the most fucking, you know, just jealous and I mean, his name literally is Enviosity. What did you expect?
Personality and you as an individual than anything else, which is more ironic because I'm going to say this.
Okay.
And I said this about another content creator. Your worst enemy is someone with a good memory.
Oh.
Was it not a couple of years ago that you said that you wanted friends that weren't snakes, that
Receipts.
were honest, blunt, genuine review, that called you out on stuff that they don't agree with, even if you don't agree with them, etc., etc.? You said that yourself. All I said was that I felt you were out of touch.
I think that Tectone's framing of that statement applies when he truly is out of touch and was factually wrong about what he said. But here's the thing in this situation. It's my understanding that Espiritu is misinterpreting this tweet by applying this logic outside of context of full-time content creation. Therefore, Tectone is no longer beholden to that statement where people are correcting him, because fundamentally from the beginning, the argument is wrong.
And I thought this comment was banter, but it wasn't.
Okay.
And then you sent this, which this is just part of it because there's the DMs as well.
The pinned comments.
Which, like I said, I thought you were just bantering. Please don't weaponize your ignorance against me. It's not my fault you don't get it. Even in the first 2 minutes, you've already proven that you don't get it.
Which may be true, because in the first 2 minutes, I don't think Espiritu really understood like the context that like Tectone was trying to frame, right? Of it being in that full-time content creation.
You seem very riled up here. Please don't weaponize your ignorance against me. That's cute coming from a guy that weaponizes his audience to bully people.
Oh.
That's also cute coming from a person that's going to weaponize his...
Oh. Yes, baby. Get into the good shit. Gotta be real with you. I got no idea who the fuck you are. But if you're gonna make a video... Sorry. But if you're gonna make a video claiming that I'm out of touch on a very serious topic that I'm very prepared on, educated on, we can talk on stream, with the condition that you take your video down afterwards once I've proven that you're wrong, and discontinue talking about me in perpetuity. Oh, a little fancy word there at the end. Yo, take the response, bro. Go on stream. No. This is a chance of this is an opportunity of a lifetime. It unironically is, because again, of what I say, there's a pattern of behavior where Tectone and some other creator starts beefing. They hash it out, and then they start collaborating. Espiritu, the ball is in your court. This is the moment you've been waiting for, bro. Capitalize on it.
His audience in a stream to bully me. This, by the way, I sent to multiple people that don't even know who.
By the way, unless Tectone is actually mobilizing and having a call to action and telling his stream to go and bully this person, it's not bullying. No matter what you do, there's always going to be the most radical zealots in the community that will go out and start fighting on behalf of their favorite creator. That's just a spill out. That's just the nature of content creation, right? I actively advocate. During the Mad Lad shit, bro, I told you, I don't need you monkeys fighting for me. I'm gonna do all this shit here, but in no way do I want you to go to his, channel, his videos, and comment shit like that, right? So I don't think the bullying really applies here. It's a bit disingenuous with the nature of content creation. But if he did mobilize his audience and had a call to action, then hey, it is what it is. That's bullying.
Who you are. And they all said to me that this is just you trying to be a bully. You're trying to silence me. You're trying to get rid of any dissenting voice. And to be honest, when I look at this tweet here, this just sounds like you're telling people to quit so that you can get more views.
With all due respect, Espiritu, listen, I appreciate that you went to bat for me, but if you quit doing content creation, Tectone, nothing would change. Like that's just not how it works. Your audience and his audience, like you quit and they would all just go to him and he get like, let's just be brutally honest here, right? That's just facts. That's just numbers. That's not how it works.
Again, there are many ways to interpret your tweet. It's why maybe you should have thought the tweet through before being hot and headed. Again, I tried to be really nice in that video, and I feel like you took it very hostile.
True.
Not sure why.
Because he's very passionate about it. It's a very serious topic. I've seen Tectone, advocating for like basically unionizing streamers and getting, I don't say unionizing per se, but basically doing things that kind of like supports them, right? Explaining to them how brand deals and sponsorships and blah, 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 and all these different tips and stuff. Honestly, Tectone is the one that taught me that I got to put my own fucking manual ads into my fucking YouTube videos, because having just like auto, ad mid-rolls put in, you're basically putting money on the table. That's straight up knowledge from him that I learned on a stream, right? I think that he truly is passionate about trying to grow smaller creators. And when someone comes in and misinterprets what he said on such a serious topic, I could totally understand why Baldi kind of like popped the fuse. He's also just like a very passionate, volatile person. So it makes sense to me how this happened.
Maybe I struck a nerve, but that wasn't the intent. But this here, gotta be real with you. I got no idea who the F you are.
Who? Bro pulling the who card.
That's more funny because apparently Chibi told me in the DMs that he messaged you about joining your podcast.
What? Wait. Tectone already knew of Espiritu and talked to Chibi about him?
Which means either you have a very bad memory or Chibi lied to me.
Oh my god. Yo, Chibi, you gotta come out and make a statement. Nuclear drama. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, this gets more spicy as the moment
goes on. It is.
DM him. I replied to him asking about that. It was a bit bad worded, but yeah. And then he goes, but if you're going to make a video claiming that I'm out of touch on a very serious topic that I'm very prepared on, educated on. Put your ego to the side, Tectone, please. Put it aside. You act like you are some intellectual genius. You're not Asmongold, okay? Stop pretending you are. Asmongold is very good at what he does. Ooh. Now, there's definitely flaws in...
Oh, we're getting personal. I mean, this is phase 2 now. This isn't phase 1. We're beyond being cordial. It's getting hostile between both parties. Oh man, this is getting juicy. Oh my god, I'm not ready for this, bro. And we're not even at phase 3 with Tectone's response. Oh my fucking god. Whoa, get the popcorn out. Get the popcorn out. I think Tectone is a pretty smart person. I think he knows the game of content creation. There's a reason why he is the #1 gacha streamer in his respective category and why his channel is doing still well without Genshin Impact. He has pivoted from multiple different games and trends, and I've been witnessing it every step of the way. He has a very strong sense of community. He's able to ride the waves of trends, establish a new baseline, hop off, and get onto something new. Absolutely, he's good at what he's doing. So like, it's a bit unreasonable to say like, bro has no idea what he's doing. It does sound egotistical. Absolutely, these tweets, it sounds egotistical. But this isn't necessarily all arrogance because he does have the results to back it up. You know what I mean?
How he approaches content, but he's very good at what he does. You're not Asmongold. Don't inflate your ego.
Oh my god, damn!
We can talk on stream with the conditions that you take your video down afterwards once I've proven that you're wrong.
Yeah, I think that's fair, right? The video, assuming that what we've said is true and that the tweet is all about full-time content creation. Espiritu in phase 1 basically is trying to contextualize this into, oh my god, you're saying that like part-time people doing this shit, you know, if they're not millionaires, just quit. That's out of touch, which is not what Tectone's saying. And I think that, I mean, having the video up, is it really damaging anybody? You know, does it really harm Tectone's reputation? I think that any logical and reasonable person could watch this shit and realize like the conclusion that I've come to. But anyways, keep going.
So you've already decided that I'm wrong, which means going into this is pointless.
I personally think that you are wrong because of the misinterpretation of full-time versus part-time. But your win condition here, Espiritu, is you need to be more explicit with what your statement is saying. You did not say that it was full-time, therefore I misinterpreted it. My bad, bro. Hash it out, become friends, podcast it up, boom, everybody wins. That's literally all you gotta do. That is literally the game plan that I'm giving you right now.
Because how do you gauge if someone wins a debate on a topic?
More monkeys in chat spamming W's than L's.
Your audience votes on it? You just bully me into a corner in a gotcha moment? This already here demonstrates that there is no point me going onto your stream.
Absolutely. He will push you into a corner and win no matter what. Because this fight has already been lost before it even began. That is just a factual truth. All Tectone has to say is, hey, retard! I'm talking full time even if I didn't say it. And all Espiritu has to say is, my bad, man, but you didn't say full time. And you can see where I'm coming from. And I misinterpreted it. My bad. Can we be bros now? That's it. That's all you gotta do. There is a win condition out of it. Go on the stream. Do it.
To debate you, which by the way, I was just being kind here. I was just saying, yeah, let's have a bit of banter, let's have a little bit of fun, no stakes at large, let's just have an honest conversation. You know, I thought you wanted more honest people in your sphere to be blunt with you. Clearly not. Clearly you just want people to just agree with everything you say because you can't handle a difference in opinion.
Oh my god, did Espiritu just call Chibi Reviews and Nicholas Light yes men for Tectone on the podcast? No, that's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying. But oh man, this is getting heated.
I guess after all that talk you do, Tectone, all that talk of honesty and chivalry and manliness.
This is nuclear drama. That's right, boys.
Facade, is it? Now I'm just asking, is it? Because to say that is you just basically saying, well, I'm not going to agree with you regardless, and I'm just going to say you're wrong, so you have to delete the video.
Well, I again think that Tectone is right if the assumption is full-time content creation, which I think is heavily implied throughout the entirety of the video, right? Everything that he said after that first statement makes sense to me in the context of someone doing this full-time rather than doing it part-time. So yeah, it's like, in Tectone's perspective, I can definitely understand how annoying this may seem and how he wants to correct the Espiritu and basically just move on with it. And then from a Espiritu's perspective, I can also understand, you know, that like, because it wasn't explicitly said, you know, Espiritu was simply trying to mention different possibilities, but at the same time, he's now incurring the wrath of Baldy. Yeah, I get it.
Well, I don't agree to those terms because you're basically saying I have to delete the video regardless. And then to say...
Well, no, it says once I've proven that you're wrong. But yeah, it's most likely that yeah he's gonna be right. He in his Tectone's mind he is already right. So yeah, I get what you're saying. It's this battle only has one outcome. But I plead, you know, mercy. just say my bad, bro. Misinterpretation, my bad. That's the truth too, right? And then Baldy just has to gracefully, you know, basically just accept, you know, homeless guy's fucking apology, and we can just hash it out, and he can just be the next podcast member, easy.
Just continue talking about me in perpetuity. So if I agree to the stream, I've automatically got to delete the video. And
what do you mean by this, eh? Guys, how many shows to go? What are you doing right now? Mr. Passenger Spice TX? I know what you're doing, but I want you to defend yourself. What are you doing right now? You got 10 seconds before I ban you. What are you doing right now? What are you trying to ask? Are you perhaps not aware of the rule in the chat? I know what he's asking for. I want him to say it though. 10 seconds is about to pass, bro. Come on. Respond. All right. Or don't. Or don't. God damn, these fucking monkeys. So rude, bro. Middle of a fucking recording session. Has the audacity to break the one rule that exists in this channel that says don't fucking ask when we're gonna be watching, what we're gonna be watching. You just sit there and enjoy the ride.
And never talk about you. Because you've already decided in this message that I've lost. Which means you're just going to back me into a corner. You're going to use your audience to bully me.
Yes.
And then silence me.
Yes.
Yes.
That is the position that unfortunately we are at right now. And you need to just take the hit and say my bad and move on after the misinterpretation. That's it. That's all you got to do.
It's called bullying, Tectone. You claim that you've been bullied. You should know. Now, here's the thing. As someone that's also been bullied, one victim to another, we can have an honest conversation here, Tectone. Would you agree that many people that have been bullied, statistically speaking, become bullies themselves?
Oh.
Now, you know exactly
psychology.
And I know this is going to get under your skin. But I'm being honest here with you. Something that you probably haven't had happen to you in a long time.
Oh.
I think you've been bullied for quite a while.
Oh.
In your young youth. That you've now become the bully on the internet because now you have the power. Now.
Oh my God, this is getting too personal, bro. What are we doing right now? Holy shit, this is getting way too personal.
Now that you think you've got the audience, you've got the money, you've got the influence, and the people behind you, you think you can be a bully now.
Oh. I like to see Tectone as the bully that bullies other bullies, but like the psychology that Espiritu is saying makes sense to me. But man, this is getting heated. This is getting way too personal.
I ain't gonna be bullied by you, of all people.
Stand on business.
And I think maybe it's about time more people stood up to you. Because
Okay.
I think that's what bugs you.
Okay.
Again, you can call the anime community the hard.
I think that Espiritu, I respect him for that. He should stand on business. He shouldn't back down, right? He shouldn't get bullied by Tectone in his chat. But is Tectone bullying him? Again, if it's not a call to action, I don't agree with it. If he goes on stream, absolutely Espiritu will get roasted in the chat because Tectone's, community members, the most like radical and zealous of them, of course they're gonna, call him out and, say spam a bunch of L's. That's just how chat works. That's just how entertainment works, right? That's just the unfortunate reality. But it doesn't mean that Espiritu can simply just back down. He stand up and he needs to say, you know what? I think you and I basically agree with the same shit. I misinterpreted what you said in that first statement. Can you please clarify that first statement that you meant it in full time? And if so, then we both agree and we can move on. And that's it. And both can make their amends and it's a happy ending for everybody. Nobody needs to get bullied.
P word, because I don't agree with that. You can invite Chibi onto your little podcast.
Your little podcast.
Back him to a corner because you know he's timid and he's easy to manipulate.
Wait a minute, what the fuck? Why is Chibi getting bring into this again? Why Chibi still getting straight bullets? What the fuck? Is Tectone got Chibi on a leash? What is going on right now?
I don't really care. I honestly was mostly just memeing because clearly...
Man, the Chibi straight bullets in this video is crazy.
He doesn't know, so he wouldn't know the fact that I am.
Tectone bullying Chibi. Listen, I have no clue. I haven't seen the podcast. I haven't seen their interactions. I'm too busy doing my own thing. I'm just reacting to what this guy is saying. Okay, that's it.
I had asked Chibi that I had memed about being on his podcast, so clearly he wouldn't know any about that, right? Because this is totally a truthful statement.
Okay.
Because if you come out and say, oh yeah, I remember all that, then I know you're lying about this. The fact is that I think you're going through some hard times. Your career hasn't exactly been going fruitful. Genshin Impact has dried up.
No. By all means, again, you cannot compare the height of Genshin Impact with his growth. Tectone's channel, his Twitch viewership, is as high as it's ever been if you look at the baselines. Of course, it's not going to be the same level of Genshin Impact because those are anomaly outlier trends. But if you look at the baseline that's been established every phase of new trends and hopping off, he is killing it. So I don't think he's falling off at all. That's just statistically wrong.
Up, that was your big cash cow. And so you've gone to doing just React rage bait content, which you yourself admit that as you hit a certain size and you build a reputation, content creators go down that route, but you've got to have, you know, respect, an audience, etc., which is fair enough. But I think you've gone down that because you know that the gotcha community is washed up. So you
kind of true, to be honest, man. Oh, what happened to the gotcha community, bro? What the gotcha content has really dried up. There just isn't really any new games that's really... Like, I remember when I was so excited to watch every, like, you know, Honkai Star Rail video and look at guides and banner and hype and stuff like that, man. That shit's really died down, huh? Wuthering Waves, too, I kind of lost interest. I've really moved on from that shit. I don't know if it's the same sentiment that you guys have been experiencing, but I do feel a drought in the gotcha community.
You've gone into the sort of the reacting rage bait content, and that's why you're trying to build your other channel up to go into anime content,
which is smart.
But you're not going to do very well if your only tactic is to label everyone the P word and just attack any show that you think is slightly controversial.
What's going on here? The P word, Wikipedia file? Shit, wait, what is this context?
Again, you can try and ride on the trend trains like other content creators have, where you like the shows that are popular and hate on the shows that are easy to hate on to try and draw up controversy, but you are going to slowly alienate your audience more than what you already have.
I personally think that his community is stronger than ever as he stripped away all the tourists from the gacha scenes and people are sticking around just for Tectone's personality. That's what I'm seeing.
And you've lost a lot of subs over the year.
That is absolutely true. He is bleeding subs. But here's the thing, those subs are all a bunch of Google Gaga baby got Genshin Impact enjoyers who don't watch his content anymore. What you need to look at is the monthly viewership compared to the before. And again, the peaks of the Genshin is impossible to emulate again. But right now, he is absolutely killing it, even if he is losing subscribers, because those are tourists and a bunch of Tectone haters who don't fuck with his content, and that's totally fine. Losing subs is a good thing. There's a bunch of dead subscribers that exist on every people's channels that have simply joined because of some random viral trend or whatever, and they don't even watch their content anymore. And having those people around as you make more content, it's just not good overall. Strip away the fat, understand who your core community is, deliver content for them, and the recommendation system will simply scale off of that. And from my understanding of the analytics, I think Tectone is killing it.
Years due to this, which is why you made this statement here. And I don't agree with this, because at the end of the day, if you're not a facetious asshole, you won't have this problem. You'll be able to survive for...
Listen, hold up. Tectone is not talking about himself in this line. We went over this in phase 1. Espiritu seems to be convinced that Tectone has fallen off and he's broke. And he's projecting. And that's why he's saying the 2 to 3 year line. The 2 to 3 year line, I think, is a decent statistic that I don't know if it's true or not. But like, yeah, I think it's probably like something around that line. A very small opportunity of window to make money as a content creator, especially if you're not big. But he's not saying this because Tectone himself is like doing bad. I think he again is killing it
for many years, and there are many content creators that prove that. But I think the problem is, like you say, it is like NBA when it comes to the top tier content creators. You all seem to do something stupid to destroy your own careers, but Asmongold's been around for much longer. So clearly that proves you wrong. And again,
there's different types of content that exist online. The reason that Asmongold is able to continuously do this well into his 30s and approaching 40s later on is because of the fact that people watch him because of his commentary and the things that he has to say. It's a very broad, appealing thing. His channel is based on personality, and it doesn't matter what he looks like. When you're in content creation, let's say you're doing video games, or your entire content is about your appearance, that's a very short-lived lifespan. That's why Asmongold is able to do this sustainably, while for the most people, they can't. It's all about different business strategies and models. And that's why I too have also modeled mine after Asmongold, because I see the sustainability in personality-based commentary if you're a relatable person enough.
There are exceptions to the rule. And you can say, what, the wider community, the wider amount? No. Just because you and that circle do that kind of stuff. And also, as someone else pointed out, you're basically saying that you can't enjoy a sport because you can't be in, say, for example, basketball. You're basically saying, well, there's no point playing basketball if you can't be in the NBA.
you can succeed in different avenues of, basketball rather than just being in the NBA. You could be a successful G League player. You could be a coach. You can be basically do other stuff, You don't have to be the number top percent. And while Tectone's initial statement does come off like that, right? That like if you're not 30 plus and you're not a millionaire, just quit. You could definitely interpret it in that way. But at the end of the day, I don't think millionaire status honestly is that top 0.0001%. Straight up. And this may sound out of touch, but millionaire status, anyone can achieve that with compounding interest with enough time. But that exists in the regular day job stuff that I talked about in the last video, right? The millionaire status as a content creator, as a young person, that is definitely hard to do, right? So I definitely see like how this millionaire status may seem like a very arrogant thing, but at the end of the day, honestly, I don't think it's actually that crazy.
That's just stupid. Again, people have hobbies, people have passions, people should be able to do it. If they're 30 to 30 plus and they just want to do content creation on the side and make a little...
But that's the thing, it's not on the side. Tectone is advocating for full-time people that's invested everything into this. While Espiritu constantly makes this misinterpretation and contextualizes it as a side hustle, which is not what Tectone is saying. He's not saying quit if you're doing this as a side hustle.
Little bit of extra cash, that's their right. Again, if you're doing it full time and you are struggling by means to means, as I said in the last video, that is stupid. But
exactly, and that's the stupidest thing about this whole drama, is that both sides agree on the same fucking thing, but because of a miscommunication, they constantly are at odds against each other. Straight up, how stupid is this, bro? Genuinely. Like, both creators are on the same page, yet they're arguing because of misunderstandings. All they have to do is just hash it out.
You don't state that in here. And the only thing your fans see...
He doesn't state it. That is true. He should have said full-time content creator to be more explicit. However, everything said afterwards is heavily implying that you were putting all your eggs into one basket, aka doing it full-time. That's the implicit interpretation of full-time contextualization in this tweet.
Seem to be able to do is take you out of context to make your argument sound more palatable. Again, all you had to do was have an honest, civil conversation with me. And this is how you come back with me.
I still think that you should go, bro.
I'm not going to be bullied, Tectone. And maybe that's what upsets you the most. Is that you can't bully your way to success anymore.
No, that's too mean. That's way too mean. And Tectone is not bullying his way to success. But at the same time, I don't think Espiritu should get bullied either. Absolutely not. I think he should stand on business. And I respect him for being so bold about this. But there's a better way to approach this. If I was Espiritu, here's what I'd do. I'd take on that offer and show up on stream. I would ignore chat that's trying to roast him, because again, that's just the nature of content creation. There are going to be people in chat that's going to be mean to you and hostile about you because they didn't even watch the video. They're just looking at headlines and trying to dunk on people. Ignore those monkeys. Have a reasonable conversation with Baldman. Approach it with humility. Say that I agree with everything that you said, but are you mentioning part-time side hustle here? Get that shit out of the way. Say I misinterpreted. My bad. Hash it out and move on. There is a good outcome at the end of this. Here's the other outcome. Espiritu can triple down on the misunderstanding, blame Tectone for bullying, and eventually farm the haters that exist as soon as you mention Tectone. There is a lot of people that hate Baldy. And you definitely could utilize them to gain momentum to be anti-Tectone. But here's the thing. Those people won't care about your core content. They only watch your videos because you criticize Tectone. So that's also short-lived. To me, I think it just makes sense to just go on stream, hash it out, and delete the video. Set your pride aside. Take the L of the misunderstanding. Just hash it out, handshake like men, and move on. That is the outcome that I'd like to see. Please go check out Espiritu's channel. Here's a link to the video. Please go give it a like and subscribe to him if you want to. See you next time. Also now, it's time for phase 3.